have two things to say. The first thing I want to say is Kalby is not a liar, okay? Hey guys, welcome back again to my channel. It's your girl MB. So before I get into this video, I have two things to say. The first thing I want to say is Kalby is not a liar, okay? Kalby is not a liar. That's the first thing I want to say. And the second thing I have to say is neither is Ivonne. None of them are liars. I feel like you guys are just getting the whole concept wrong, and I'm here to explain in my perspective. It's okay to have your own opinions, and it's okay to not agree with me, but this is what I have to say. I've been watching it since the beginning. I'm always on time, always up to date, and I think some of you don't understand. Say you don't understand. You are just watching to watch and not watching to understand. So I'm going to take you step by step. Note, I'm not going to be putting videos on the screen because that's going to, make the video extra long, because I already have a lot of things to say. So I'm going to just pinpoint it with my mouth, which should be fine. So now let's start one by one. So from the beginning of the video, they got to the restaurant, right? When they got to the restaurant place and stuff like that, Ivonne was saying stuff to my cute, like my cute sells glasses, like those kind of things, that there's nothing he can't sell, and even a fundaka, like a coffin, he can sell that. And then Kalby said, she, let me not say attack, but she put her mouth inside, even though that was not her business. So at the beginning, when I was watching the video and I saw that part, in my mind I was like, I mean, they are not talking about Kalby, but those of you talking about it that she's not minding her business and stuff like that, understand it from this perspective. If you have a friend and you go somewhere and you don't play with your friend like that, and somebody is saying something like that to your friend, and you feel like, oh, this is an attack to my friend, will you step in for your friend or not? Because me, I will. Okay, that's one thing I would do. If I'm sitting somewhere and somebody talks about my friend, I don't care whether it's my problem or not. As long as it's my friend that I think is my friend, I will step in for my friend. But here lies the case where, after watching the last video, I'm convinced that Kalby only decided to step in for my cute because my cute had already said some stuff about Ivonne. And this is based on the last episode, the reunion, when Kalby said that she thinks my cute is fake because he said bad things about Ivonne and then gets there and is laughing and all of those stuff. Okay, cool. But now, after watching that episode, I understand that, okay, so she didn't mind her business and she spoke. Because if my friend has told me already that I don't like this girl because she's so and so and so, and this girl is saying something about Ifundaka, something like triggering my friend, then let me step in for my friend, because my friend already doesn't even like the person, and this person is trying to bully my friend. Not bully, but maybe that's how she took it in her mind. That's the first thing I have to say. So those of you who were saying it was not her business and things like that, now you kind of understand a little bit of why she put her mouth inside. Now moving forward, we are sitting at this table, blah 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 blah. You were already irritating me from the beginning, and this, I don't mean me. Ivonne was already irritating Kalby from the beginning, and if you paid attention to the video, you would see facial expression. You would understand that she didn't like, and she was not too comfortable with what was going on. You need to be able to know how to be kind of simple, read people's expressions to understand what's going on in that particular episode. Because if you were able to read Yvonne's face, you will see that she knew what she was doing, and she was doing it intentionally. Did you not see her facial expressions? Or you guys don't know how to read facial expressions and stuff like that? Because I did see it. I don't know about you, but I did see it. You can already see that I'm getting irritated. Okay, somebody asked somebody asked Kalby, are you okay? And she said, oh yeah, why do I look like I'm not? Are you trying to tell me that so when somebody asked her this question, you didn't hear that somebody has asked that question? And why will somebody ask Kalby that question if she doesn't look like she's not okay? So if you are saying something to me and you know, I'm not really laughing. I look like I have an attitude. And then somebody asks if I'm okay, and I say why I look like I'm not. Will you still continue, or will you like, you can even say to yourself like, hey girl, with your trend home, I mean dreaming home, and keep quiet. But you decided to keep going because you knew what you were doing. Like, maybe that's just who Yvonne is. Maybe that's how she plays and stuff like that. But looking at the scene, she knew what she was doing. Michael talks about wanting Banku and whatever he said. And then you go ahead and say, oh, this girl, Kalby, will cook it for you. I'll be wife of the year. What has somebody cooking got to do with wife of the year? Like, do you people understand? So if you are really saying that, oh, this girl was just cooking and that's why I was calling her wife of the year. When somebody is just cooking, you don't call the person wife of the year for the person just cooking. But anyway, that's fine. Maybe that's how she views it. So that's okay. Blah, blah, blah. So now you say wife of the year. You say I'm off market. Like, you say all those things. When she was saying that thing, you can see that Kalby wasn't having it. Like, Kalby was not in the laughing mood about what she was talking about. You can see Kalby was, how do I say? She was reacting in some type of way. Like, she was, the English is not coming, but she was Takashi. She was using Takashi to answer those kind of things. So you're trying to tell me that you can't see that I don't like what you're talking about. Like, she just wanted a girl to keep quiet because it's not everything that I expect you to say. It's not everything you should be saying on the table. If we are over here on the table, this table is not about me. We are so many people on the table. Why do you keep talking about my matter? Why do you keep saying everything about me? Like, when they said Jim, you said me. When they said hey, you said me. When they said ha, you said... There are so many people on this table related to somebody else. Stop relating it to me when you can see that I'm already irritated about what you are saying. Then, another thing that I want to talk about. When she said this off the market and wife of the year and all of those things that she said, Yvonne said something. She said, do you want me to spill it? Now, you people are saying that Kalby is a liar because the thing was on her public and she said it was on her private, okay? Listen to something very carefully. Why did Yvonne say, do you want me to spill, or don't let me spill, or whatever she said about spilling? Do we spill things that are already known? You spill secrets. You spill secrets. So why did you say, do you want me to spill? Why did you say, do you want me to spill, or don't let me spill, or whatever you said? Because you are talking about something personal. You know what you're talking about, but you know what you're talking about. Like, take your time and analyze this. Don't look at it from the perspective that you hate Kalby already. Let's understand something. You said I'm off the market. You also went ahead to say that, what did she even say? She said, wife of the year or something like that. And then you said, don't let me spill, or do you want me to spill, or something. Now, since she came back with proof that it was on public, okay? Do we spill things on public? Public is meant to be seen by everybody already. Public is meant to be seen by everybody already. Unless something is private and a secret, that's when you can say you will spill somebody's secrets because you know something of the person that people do not know. But if you are saying that the thing was already on the public, then what do you mean, don't let me spill, or do you want me to spill? Spill what? Because you said it's public and you've been able to bring proof to show that it's public. So if you brought proof that it's public, what were you talking about that don't let me spill? What were you saying at that don't let me spill? What? Spill what? Now, another thing is, maybe there was a misunderstanding at that side because Kalby has probably posted those type of things on her public and private, and so she didn't know which one of them she was talking about. Also, there was a misunderstanding on Yvonne's side because you, Yvonne, you have a mind of your own, and Kalby has a mind of her own. Both of you have a mind of your own, and you just, you know, started arguing without saying the exact video you were talking about. So everybody's entitled to their own opinions and selections. If me, I was triggered because I think it's this video, and this video I'm talking about was on my private, and then you also say me, I'm fighting with you because I think this video is on your public, it doesn't make Kalby a liar because both of you didn't say from the beginning what exact video you were talking about. So if you didn't say it and I didn't say it, and I assumed that this is what you said and you assumed that this is what you were also talking about, nobody is lying. That's what I thought, and that's what you thought. That doesn't make somebody a liar, because before she brought the proof to show what she was talking about, none of them even knew what they were talking about. They were just, you know, going back and forth with each other when they don't even know what exact picture they are talking about. Plus, there are so many things she has posted and things like that. I don't think you expected to know exactly what she's talking about. There's probably so many other things that she has posted and said off the market. If you guys realize, Mike Hugh said he saw the same thing on her private and didn't even see it on her public. Like, they are all... If, just to add on to what I said, if Yvonne herself was very sure about what she was saying, why did she start believing what said? Because she started believing that it was on the private, and I'm sure that's what led her to apologize, you know, for putting her mouth in somebody's business and things like that. That's what led her to apologize. But my problem is, she herself, she wasn't sure, because both of them are not sure. They don't even know what they were fighting about. Everybody thought, me, I think it's because of this, and this one too thinks it's because of that. But if you were really sure, why did you start believing that it was on the private? Because you started believing that it was on the private. Like, you were confused, because both of them were just making assumptions. You found a screenshot, and the screenshot you found was on the public. Now, let's be very honest. Everybody knows that if somebody posts something on the private and you screenshot, the person will know that you've screenshotted. So who is going to screenshot something on somebody's private? So there was no way there was going to be any type of proof to show that it is on a private, because nobody is taking a screenshot of somebody's private. Who is? If you know, like, oh, this you know, like, oh, private, when you take a screenshot, the person will know that you've taken a screenshot of what is on the person's private. So there was no way you were going to get any proof to show that it was something on the private. There was no way. Like, no way you get a screenshot to show that it was from the private. So what do you expect to prove? Just because maybe it could also be that it was not, Yvonne herself was not sure of what she was saying, but she saw the screenshot of the market on the public, so she just, you know, decided to stick to that one, that okay, this is what I was talking about. Because it's very normal to take a screenshot of somebody's public, but you can't take a screenshot of something's private. So if the person is saying she posted it on both sides or whatever, there's nothing to show that it was on the private, because you didn't screenshot, because you can't screenshot. So that doesn't make Kalby a liar. Okay, you are just using the public one because that's the one you were able to screenshot because you like the dress or whatever reason. So now that's the only thing you have to use as your proof. So of course, who wouldn't use this as their proof? I will. Who want to look like the bad guy? Not me. So yeah, about that particular matter, everybody doesn't know what everybody was talking about. I feel like Yvonne herself knows she was wrong. The only thing is that she has this screenshot that you people are assuming the screenshot makes Kalby a liar and the screenshot is proof, but that screenshot is not proof. Put the screenshot aside. Why are you bringing my business up on the table in the first place? Why are you talking about me? Why are you, like, you can see that, oh, I'm not feeling the vibe of the conversation you're having. I don't like it. But you are still talking. Like, you are still talking. So stop blaming it like Kalby is a liar and there's proof. Why can't Kalby show proof that she's not lying? This is not a matter of proving whether you're right or wrong, because the two of them are wrong. Kalby should have never spilled the drink. Yvonne should have never been talking about Kalby's business on a table. Yvonne should have realized that Kalby was irritated and, you know, stabbed. Moreover, why are you people blaming Kalby for reacting to what somebody did? Like, you can see that I'm wrong, but you are not blaming, how do I say it? Why are you people judging me because of my reaction, but you are not judging the thing that caused my reaction? My reaction wouldn't have come. I wouldn't have poured the drink. I wouldn't have done all this if something didn't happen first. So why are you not talking about the thing that happened first, but you're talking about the drink that I have poured? Why? Is that fair to you? Like, is that fair to any of you? Because to me, that's not fair at all. Someone started something, and that's what led to something. So talk about what the person started, because that person is wrong too. You can't tell me I'm wrong and then tell the person that the person is truthful because the person showed you a screenshot of what the person herself doesn't even know. She herself, she doesn't even know. She doesn't even know what she's talking about. And that's what I have seen. Because when they started fighting, as I said earlier on, they were just talking about a video. Nobody specifically spoke about what they were talking about. So if me, from this conversation, this is what I thought you were talking about, and you too, this is what you thought, the best thing to do is say, oh, this is the picture and this is what I was referring to. And then I will be like, oh, you know me, this is not what I thought you were referring to. I was also thinking of something else. Then that's all. We know that, oh, okay, we both assumed. so we are both, sorry or something like that. You don't be calling somebody a liar and thing because of a screenshot. That screenshot doesn't even mean anything to me. It doesn't mean any single thing. Now, moving on to the other episodes, about the recent reunion one, Kalby was just ready to attack. So I love Kalby in the other episode because she's not wrong, and I still stand on what I said, and I'll continue to stand on what I'm saying. But for the last episode, it's like my bestie Kalby, she was vex mode though. She don't answer vex mode, because when I saw the way she was shouting and things like that, that's too much shouting. Try and listen. She's not even trying to listen to anyone. But I also feel like it's a trigger response, because she feels like she was speaking her truth, and Ivonne too feels like she was speaking her truth. But the difference between Ivonne and Kalby is that Ivonne had everyone to pick her side because she came to show proof of a screenshot, and Kalby had no one on her side, and that's why that she feels like she's the only one for herself. That's why she's shouting to defend herself. But you people will be like, oh, that's not a way to defend yourself, Let me take you back to the previous episode. Cassie and Ivonne had the matter that it looked like Coco was not siding with Ivonne. Did you see Yvonne's reaction? Did you see the way Yvonne reacted? Did you see how she was going off with Coco too? Did you see the way when it reached the confessional stuff, she said she doesn't think Coco is a good friend because why is Coco saying all these things and stuff? So when she did that, that's the same thing Kalby is doing right now. So why are you judging Kalby? That's the same thing. Yvonne also went off on Coco because Coco didn't support her, and she expected Coco to support her at that Cassie matter. So that's the same thing, because it's like nobody's on my side. And so all those who are not on my side, I hate you people technically. And then Yvonne is just behaving like that because she has everybody on her side. If she didn't have all of them on her side, that is not how she would have been behaving. If you're trying to say something and people don't understand you, you get annoyed sometimes, especially if you don't know how to comprehend things, like how our sister is exhibiting in that video. But I see where she's coming from, okay? So she was too triggered today, which was kind of wrong. But I understand her. She's sick and tired of the same issue. You people keep talking about the same thing. This girl doesn't want to accept her mistake. Meanwhile, me, I know I'm wrong. I'm wrong for throwing the drink. But you need to know you are wrong too. Don't be blaming the thing on me. You are also wrong. Why do people just don't want to understand that she's also wrong? Now for the Jifa and Kalby matter, I think Kalby started it. She's the one who started going off first. But people are saying, why did Kalby insult Jifa and things like that? Kalby should have not insulted Jifa, but it doesn't stop the fact that Jifa also insulted her. Jifa spoke about the gap in her teeth. Even when she started talking about Jifa, she never used any of Jifa's body parts or anything like that to insult Jifa. She was just saying, blasting her own blasting. But Jifa also used her own personal stuff. Jifa used her teeth. Jifa used her teeth. Jifa used her BBL. Jifa used her bleaching. Jifa used that she had been sleeping with men and stuff like that. Kalby didn't use anything on Jifa's body to talk about it. The only thing that I remember is when Jifa said something about Kalby's body, and that's when Kalby was like, she's also wearing hip pad or something like that. She never got up to insult somebody with the person's appearance or something like that. Plus, it's a lot. Like, it's a lot. It's just too much. It's just too much. I love Coco Trey because as long as it's not her matter, she's in her own zone. This show has really made me love Efia and Coco Trey. The two of them, it has really made me love them. Efia is Kokonsa, but her Kokonsa is in a funny way. She's neutral. Coco Trey is maybe a family home. I am a family home. Do you understand? But Jifa, at a point in time, she really became much of a gossip, which I don't have a problem with Jifa. Jifa was good in the show. I liked her. I loved her. And even in the last scene, I would say she was really calm. Looking at the way Kalby was shouting, she was calm. Even though she was also saying stuff back. She wasn't shouting or getting out of character, but she was also saying stuff back. But Kalby, screaming. Now, another matter I'll talk about is the Cassie and the Yvonne matter. When it got to the Cassie and the Yvonne matter, you people didn't see that Yvonne is a liar in that scene. Because Cassie said that, let me say it slowly so that I remember. Cassie said that Yvonne sat in her boy's car. So Yvonne being her friend, why didn't Yvonne let her know that, oh, I sat in your man's car? And then Yvonne said, why didn't your man tell you? But how did I find out if my man didn't tell me? Cassie clearly said that her boy told her that, oh, Yvonne was in the car. And she's saying that, oh, I feel like you could have told me too because you're my friend. That's the first part. Why are people not talking about that, saying that Yvonne is a liar? The second thing is, in the previous episode before that one, they told Yvonne and the others that Yvonne said that she spoke to Cassie on video call from when she left till she got to the girl's place. Like, she and Cassie were on a video call the whole ride. But Cassie also said that she only got to speak to Yvonne when she was looking for where to pick the key, and that her boyfriend is the one who showed her the way to Yvonne. Why didn't they talk about that when they were at the sitting? Why didn't Yvonne say that, yes, it's true, I was on the phone with you the whole time, knowing the way she likes fighting? Because she knows she's lying, she didn't go there. Did you realize? I don't think people realize. She didn't go there. She didn't talk about that part because she knows that she has nothing to say. In that same issue, I know Cassie was wrong, but in that Yvonne and Cassie issue, I understand both sides. Because what do you mean I'm looking for the way to your place and my boyfriend is the one who is showing me the way to your place? What relationship do you have? I've already been hearing a lot of stuff, okay, but I don't take it serious. And then now somebody, my boyfriend, sorry, not husband, he's the one showing me the way to your place. Of course, I'll start thinking everything that I heard is true, because you also didn't even tell me that, oh, you sat in his car. When he told me that you sat in his car, you didn't tell me. So now if all these things bottle up and maybe I've not had this conversation with you, I'll start thinking that everything that they are saying is true. And I understand, Yvonne, because no matter what I did, you coming on social media to lie about me without having proof is also wrong. Absolutely very wrong. But the good thing is, Cassie knows that she's wrong. She felt pity. The word is not pity. She took accountability and she was ready to, she was sorry about what she did and blah, blah, blah. But you don't want to take accountability of what you did to Kalby, because you just wanted to be that Kalby is wrong because you were able to show some screenshots for. That's not proof, bro. You people don't know. You people don't know how to read rooms. You don't know how to. You are not watching to understand. You are not watching to dissect and pay attention. You are just watching for watching sake, and whoever brings screenshots is saying the truth. It's not always that when somebody has screenshots, the person is the one who's saying the truth. You started it. So don't come sitting here talking about showing this screenshot thinking you're on top of the world and you've done something for showing it. No, you have not. No, you have not. You people are not getting the point. Now, about Sefa also saying that Kalby is fake, I kind of understand where she's also coming from, because how can you bring Cassie here and be like, oh, your friend, and all of a sudden you're acting like she's not your friend in the confessions? That was a bit fishy. Me, when I was watching it, I say, hey, Kalby won't so dear, you to me defend won't put the pia we baby. But if somebody's right, I'll say the person is right. If somebody's wrong, I'll say the person is wrong, and I'm very neutral. In that part, she really did give fake vibes, but in that part, she did give fake vibes. Period. As for that side, she was giving fake. But all in all, I think the show was very good. My problem especially is in that particular episode that you people want to make it look like Kalby is a liar. Because I want you to understand that she's not. That's my problem. She was not lying. That doesn't mean somebody is lying. You started it. Stay out of my business. If you didn't go into my business, all this wouldn't have happened. And even before Kalby spilled the drink, that girl, Yvonne, passed the comment. She was like, pour it and see, or something like that. I'm not too sure if that's what she said, but she said something. So if you've already irritated me like this and annoyed me like this, and you're saying pour it and see, are you saying it because you think I'm scared to pour it or not? I would have poured it, because what do you mean? What do you mean? The only problem is that I didn't show respect to Coco because it was Coco's party or program or something like that. Aside that, I would have poured it. Because what do you mean pour it on me and see? At that time, I didn't even pour it or made up my mind to pour. You gave me the idea. You said make a pour. I don't pour and finish. You don't vex. Sister. Then don't say it. Then don't say it, because you already annoying me. You can see that I was triggered and you're talking about some pour it and let me see. So personally, I do not think Kalby's lying. I think you people are misunderstanding Kalby because she cannot speak English well, and also she's not really comprehending stuff. She doesn't even understand what she's saying about her own self in some of the scenes. But that doesn't change the fact that Kalby is not a liar, okay? Thank you for getting this understanding, because Kalby is not lying. That's all I have to say to you guys, because I feel like everybody's judging it in a wrong way and stuff like that. She is not lying. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. That's just the points I wanted to make clear, which I have made clear, and so I'm very happy and at peace that I've said this, and I hope you understand. If you don't understand, so that's your problem. You know, everybody's different, but my problem is you don't joke with everybody, okay? If you start joking with somebody and you see that the person doesn't like it, you have to stop. That's what you have to do. You don't continue joking with somebody. Me like this, I don't know how to joke. Oh, me, I don't know how to. It's not everything that's funny to me. I can be talking to my friend right now and tell my friend, hey, you are very stupid, and my friend will also tell me I'm stupid, and I'll laugh. But the moment somebody else tells me I'm very stupid, then I'll take it serious. And then also, Ivonne was like, she and Kalby were not really friends and things like that. So if you are even saying that you and I were not really friends, then that makes it even worse that you were joking those type of jokes with me. Because if you and I are not friends and you joke those types of jokes with me, then it's up. It's up. Like, and then in the scene that they were saying that Kalby said Ivonne is the enemy, and Ivonne was like, oh, you really call me your enemy? Whole time you hate the girl too. You even hate her more than she hates you, because she doesn't even behave the way you behave. Like, Ivonne gives, don't you dare come close to me, and Kalby gives, maybe if I come close to you or you come close to me, I don't really care, but I know that you don't like me. So, and so what's wrong if I call you an enemy? You even give I'm your enemy more than me saying that you are my enemy. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video. I've been able to rant and say what I wanted to say. I think I didn't even say everything I wanted to say because my mind is scattered. I have too many things to say, but if I remember anything, I'll be back to do another video to talk about it, because Kalby is not a liar, and I want y'all to know she's not a liar. I don't even know Kalby from anywhere. This is my first time seeing her on this show, but how you people are handling the issue is so wrong. Blaming her, no. Do your findings, pay attention, look at facial expressions, listen to tone. There are so many things you have to do before you judge somebody. You don't just wake up and judge somebody because of screenshot. The fuck is screenshot? What is screenshot? Anyway, also this show has made me also realize that I don't think I can deal with somebody who is like Ivonne, because I also think I have I will get angry. I will really get angry easily. I can't deal with it. But anyway, they were all good. Ivonne was good. There were some scenarios that, you know, I feel like Ivonne was not at fault and she was being the good person over there. So, you know, everybody's different. You just need to know how everybody is before you deal with a person or play with a person. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you comment, like, share, leave your thoughts also in the comment section, but make sure you are friendly, because no, not even friendly, respectful, because don't come here insulting me about my opinion, because I'm gonna give it right back to you. I ain't got no time for that shit. But thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you comment, make sure you like, and make sure you subscribe. It's your girl MB.